the center for its achievements since it was officially inaugurated in July 2010 and enjoined it to become a center of excellence for the region. He also commended the center for its visible leadership in the promotion of sustainable energy solutions in the region and its recent nomination by the ECOWAS energy ministers as the implementation agency for the Sustainable Energy for All, Sea for All initiative in West Africa.
We are very pleased to be here today and to bring you our support, the support of all the commissioners on what you are doing here. And I want to assure you that we have placed energy among the top priorities of the new commission, because we know that our member states are in real need of energy. And right now, as we are speaking, there are power shortage in almost all our member states. This prompted the authority of head of state and government to instruct us that we should convene very quickly a meeting of ministers in charge of energy, so that we can address this issue and see how ECOWAS is going to support our member states to develop their capacity in production in energy. But the most important thing is that you are in a field, we consider that it is in future, this will be where everybody will go, because we have a lot of sun, and we cannot understand that with this sun, we are here, we do not develop any technology, we are dependent from outside, even for the supply, but not to talk about technology management and so on. We are lagging behind. So our view is that we should take the leading role in solar and renewable energy. And your center is our best tool to achieve this goal.
The ECOWAS Commission later undertook a visit to the first and the largest solar photovoltaic V plant in Cape Verde, and Africa spread over 13 hectares. He also visited the largest wind farm in West Africa, also located on Santiago Island, which accounts for 9.4 megawatts of Cape Verde's energy generation. It is part of a 25.5 megawatt wind project distributed across 3 of the country's islands, Sal, São Vicente and Boa Vista, under a public-private partnership PPP. The president was informed that based on these projects, Cape Verde had already attained its target of generating 25% of its overall electricity mix from renewable energy and was on track to reach 50% by 2020. The ECOWAS Committee of Chief of Defense Staff, CCDS, has ended an extraordinary meeting in Yamoussoukro, Côte d'Ivoire, with a call for effective cooperation and coordination towards the seamless transformation of the African-led international mission in Mali, AFISMA, into a United Nations field operation. The two-day meeting, which discussed modalities for the transformation of the mission, recommend that regional cooperation should be strengthened in the area of intelligence and information sharing, while troops contributing countries should equip their staff as planned and continue with their deployment. The AFISMA mission, comprising troops from ECOWAS member states and Chad, is expected to be strengthened under a fourth-generation plan discussed at the Yamoussoukro meeting. The reheating of AFISMA, tentatively planned to take off by July 2013, envisages a troop strength of 11,200 and 1,440 police officers under the aegis of the UN to rid Mali of terrorism and criminal insurgency, and also to restore the country's territorial integrity with support for the National Armed Forces. The Yamoussoukro meeting was briefed by the AFISMA Force Commander, Major General Shehu Abdulkadri, the commander of the French Survival Operation in Mali, General Gregoire de Saint-Quentin, and the commander of the ECOWAS mission in Guinea-Bissau, Colonel Nibanga Barrow. The UN military advisor on peacekeeping, Lieutenant General Babaka Gaye, also made a presentation on the standard requirements for UN operations, while another UN official, Mrs. Catherine Jones, discussed the UN policy on human rights protection, highlighting the UN policy against forces that violate human rights. On Guinea-Bissau, the regional chiefs of defense staff called for the integration of civilian and military actions in ECOMIP, urgent inspection of troops and materials on ground, while ECOWAS should fulfill its commitments to troop contributing countries. The meeting also recommended that an ECOWAS technical team should visit Guinea-Bissau for a technical assessment for the deployment of the naval component of the mission. Chairman of the CCDS, Chairman General Sumaila Babayoko, reiterated his call for all hands to be on deck to rid Mali of the dangerous scourge of terrorism and criminality, threatening not only the country but the region and the rest of the world. Speaking on behalf of the ECOWAS Commission for Political Affairs, Peace and Security, Mrs. Salamatu Saini Suleiman, the Chief of Staff of ECOWAS Standby Force, General Hassan Lai, commended France, the US, EU, the African Union and the UN for their understanding and continued support towards the resolution of the security situation in Mali. The Chadian Chief of Defense Staff, General Brahim Sahid Mohammed, and the ECOWAS Special Representative in Mali, Abudu Chikature, also attended the meeting.
takkatoo nañ ba enoo fii néeg takkat ngir takkatoo enoo néeg bu